Hey goons, welcome back to another Mopium Productions video. Okay. Um, I think I'm starting to lose my hearing, and it's whatever. I've noticed that I've had to increase my default volume on everything. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with slowly losing my hearing. What the fuck was going on there? I'm okay with losing my hearing. But anyways, in today's video, I wanted to talk about a study that I recently heard about where they compared kids who watch like Western cartoons versus kids who like grew up watching anime, and they actually found out that mentally, the kids who watched anime were a lot more. They had a lot more mental fortitude than kids who just watch Western cartoons all their life. And when I was like reflecting on it and thinking about it, I was like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense because I feel like a lot of times in anime, there like a lot of animes usually have some kind of like theme that they want to get across, right? It's not like they just make the show just to make the show, right? Like they make the show to kind of explain like a certain part of life, or like a life lesson that you could take away or something along those lines, right? And I was thinking about that, and I think it's very true. A lot of the anime that I've watched, the only reason I watch it is because I know I'm going to take away an important message at the end. Oh my god, how did I fail that? Oh my god. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I'm someone who like really looks for morals in the stories that I read, watch, or listen to. Like whatever I'm consuming, I always try to get a moral out of it. Like, what is this media trying to tell me right now? Or like, how is the artist using this medium or this story to tell me a moral or like a life lesson that I could take away? That's always my mind when I go into everything that I consume online. But I just wanted to talk about and since JoJo's Part 7 is coming out tonight, I also wanted to talk about how JoJo's has affected my life. I feel like a lot of people say like, oh, like JoJo's helped me understand my masculinity better, or understand like how to be feminine and masculine at the same time, or like, how to be comfortable in my, I don't know, in my gender or whatever. But that's not really what I always took away from JoJo's. My favorite part, and the part that I always rewatch, is part 5 or season 5 or whatever you want to call it. It's officially called Golden Wind. It is by far my most favorite. Like, I feel like everything in that season is perfect in terms of like what JoJo's is to me. It's got the crazy stands, it's got the crazy stand dynamics, battles, the crazy users. Like, I feel like everything really comes. Like, I feel like the writer Araki really comes into what he wants to make out of JoJo's in Golden Wind. Like, I feel like Golden Wind really is the perfect JoJo's in my eyes. And I think the best part about it is that you technically don't have to watch the older seasons, but if you did have to watch the older seasons, then like, you could watch season 3, or like at least like half of season 3, and you'll understand everything that happens in season 5. It's not necessary, but like it's just like bonus material essentially, is like how I like to think about it. But yeah, part 5, when part 5 came out, when it was releasing weekly, I was actually in a very like pivotal moment in my life. Okay. I was actually in a very pivotal moment of my life where I was like really considering what I wanted to do with my life, or like where I wanted my life to go and stuff like that. Oh god. Oh, I thought he was about to wreck me with the op. And I feel like Golden Wind taught me a really important life lesson that I still like is a really big part of my ideology, like to this day, is that like, everything works out in the end. Like, as long as you have that faith in yourself, or like, like you hold what's true to you, like really close to you, like, if you hold what's true to you really close to you, or like really close to your heart, then everything works out in your favor, or everything works out for the better. And it's really funny because part 5 is like, I'm pretty sure it's one of the most hated parts in JoJo's. And usually the complaint is like, oh, like Giorno's too broken. Giorno's like the main character. He's basically like, I do agree that like he becomes a little overpowered and his plot armor gets a little like insane. But I think that also adds to like the theming of it, adds to the message that the series is trying to get across, that like, you know, as long as you believe in your truth and you believe in like, you know, you fully are convinced that what you are choosing to believe in is true, then it will work out for you, and that like things will come, like things that are meant for you will come for you. And like I said, I watched this at a very pivotal moment of my life where I was scared. I was scared of what my life was going to look like. I was scared of where I was going to go. I had all these expectations on me that like, you know, I had to do this, that, all that. And watching JoJo's during that time made me start to be more confident in myself, start to be more confident in my own choices, and become more confident in who I am as a person. And I think that's another like thing about all JoJo's is that like, you know, being, I feel like one of the main lessons is like being okay with who you are as a person, like coming to terms with the, like, you know, the things you like, things you hate. It's kind of very similar to Persona in that like, you know, you find yourself and you stick to who you are, right? And I've always liked those kind of messages because even to this day, like I struggle a lot with my identity. I struggle a lot with knowing who I am as a person, and a lot of the times I still question if, you know, if this is who I am, or what does it mean to be me. Like I feel like I still don't really know completely who I am. And Jesus, that was horrible. But in those times, I tend to rewatch JoJo Golden Wind, JoJo Golden Wind season, or I will watch Gurren Lagann. If you've been a long time viewer of this channel, you know I glaze Gurren Lagann to the moon and back, and it's a good reason, because Gurren Lagann kind of has the same message too, of like, you know, you believe in yourself, you believe in your power, you believe in who you are, and it will like guide you through your life, and everything will work out for you. So yeah, I'm really excited for season 7 or part 7 or whatever you want to call it to come out tonight. I'm obviously going to be staying up to watch it. It's going to be coming out at midnight where I'm at. It's a good thing that tomorrow's my rest day and I don't really have much to do tomorrow, so I'm really excited that I get to watch part 7. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh my god. I haven't read part 7. I've only read like bits and pieces of it. But from what I've read, like I'm really excited to watch the anime. But yeah, I say all this to kind of explain or kind of add my reasoning to why I believe the study to be true, in that, you know, kids who watch Eastern shows, or Eastern cartoon, or like anime, are much more resilient than kids who watch Western cartoons. I feel like a lot of the themes in anime is usually like believe in yourself, like believe who you are, like, you know, if something is wrong in the world, if something is wrong around you, then you have to be the one that has to change. Like you have to step into a role, or like step into like a powerful position and change the world that you're living in. Like don't wait for the world to change. Like you be the change that makes, or you be the change that affects the world essentially. And I feel like having watched both kind of shows, or both Western cartoon shows and animes, I think I agree that anime makes you more resilient. Like I said, it teaches you a lot about life, and most of the time, like the moral of the story in these animes is like, hey, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you go, you know, stretch the mile, you go, I don't know, make a change here, make a change there. And I feel like a lot of Western cartoons is like, if you are mad or if you're upset with something, then everything around you has to change. Like, you shouldn't change. Everything around you has to change. And I feel like when you have that mindset of, I am the one that needs to step in, I am the one that needs to like go into a position of power to change how I feel or change what I'm doing or something like that, you know, I feel like that does make you more resilient, because it keeps teaching you like, I have the power to do something. I have the power to change these things around me. And yeah, so moral of the video is go watch anime, go watch JoJo's if you really want to. JoJo's is awesome, anime is awesome. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, please